there is a craft slowly making its way to us here on Earth.
Welcome back to UFO Hour on the BTG show. Today we're going to talk about a new alien craft that they are saying is flying towards Earth. And we're going to watch a video right now on News Nation, a Harvard professor that suggests intercepting the mysterious object. And then we're going to play you a video that Jeremy Corbell did, talking about the dangers of believing what they're telling us in the news about this object. Hit that like button for us. Hit the subscribe button. If you like this video, give us a comment in the comment section. Let us know what you think about this UFO video we're about to watch.
A supposed comet is catching the attention of some of the nation's most renowned scientists, as one Harvard professor is raising the theory this may actually be a piece of alien technology. According to renowned theoretical physicist Professor Avi Loeb, the comet is on an extremely unusual path, moving too fast to be bound by the sun's gravity, breaking a typically seen orbital trajectory. And while this comet poses no current threat, Professor Loeb believes more data should be collected to uncover the nature of this object and whether it has the potential to create risks in the future. Joining us now to discuss more is that scientist himself, Harvard professor of science and author of Extraterrestrial, the First Sign of Intelligent Life Beyond Earth, Avi Loeb. Professor, it's always so good to see you. Thanks for joining us tonight.
It's wonderful to see you, Natasha.
So, Professor Loeb, your recent paper suggests that this object might actually be alien technology rather than just another comet. What exactly about the speed, the trajectory, the behavior leads you to consider this as a possibility?
Well, first, it's relatively bright for its distance, implying that if it's a solid object, it has to be 20 kilometers in diameter. That's twice as big as the giant asteroid that killed the dinosaurs 66 million years ago. And the previous objects we saw from interstellar space were only hundreds of meters in size. So there is just not enough rocky material in interstellar space to provide us with a 20-kilometer rock that appears once per decade. But more importantly, the trajectory is very unusual. It's aligned with the orbit of the Earth around the sun. And the chance of that happening is 1 in 500. And then the timing of its arrival is very fine-tuned because it comes very close to Jupiter, to Mars, and to Venus. And the chance of that happening is 1 in 20,000. And moreover, it's moving in the opposite direction to the motion of the Earth around the sun. And when it will come closest to the sun, the Earth would be on the opposite side. So we won't be able to observe it. That's the point in time when it can do a maneuver with the aid of the sun's gravity. And that will happen on October.
So we're not going to be able to see it?
No, he's saying when it first gets close to the sun, we're not going to see it because it's going to be on the opposite side. But he's saying like it can use the sun's gravity to pull it around and sling it over to Earth.
Oh.
October 29th. And I already heard from a fan that he is trading options against the volatility of the markets, the stock market, with an expiration date because of the October 29th, because if it's alien tech, that would change the future in quite dramatic way. It will have a huge impact.
I mean, so many questions. So, I mean, if I have this correct, I believe you've proposed using a Richter scale before to assess such objects. A 0 means this is totally of natural origin. 10 means this is clearly engineered. Based on what we know about this object and what you're observing, what number would you give it now?
We don't have enough data. It depends how much weight you give to the unusual orbit. The trajectory is extremely rare and fine-tuned. And depending on that, how much you assign to that, you will give a rank that is somewhere in the middle. It's difficult to assess at this time, but we will get, the good news is we'll get much more better data in the coming months. And the fun of doing science is that you can ask questions at first and then answer them with data. And we don't need to have an opinion, especially in a blind date like this one. All bets are off. This visitor came from interstellar space, and it's possible that, it targeted the inner solar system for a technological reason.
From what you're describing, this sounds like one of the worst blind dates potentially I've ever heard of. Do we have the capabilities right now to track, intercept, and even respond to something non-human entering our solar system as soon as October?
Well, it will be moving relative to Earth at nearly 100 kilometers per second when it's closest to the sun, simply because it moves in the opposite direction to the motion of the Earth. There is no way for us to send a rocket that will intercept with it from Earth. However, I wrote a paper last week that there is actually a spacecraft that is orbiting Jupiter. It's called Juno, and it's at the end of its life. The plan was to send it straight into Jupiter in September 2025 because the mission has ended. But what I realized is that if instead of giving it a push so that it ends its life inside Jupiter, you give it a push away from Jupiter, if the push is sufficient, then it will actually intercept the orbit of 3I Atlas, this new object, in March 2026, when it will come very close to Jupiter. And on Tuesday this week, just a few days ago.
See, now the stuff I said, they're saying in like November.
Yeah. The thing about alien stuff that I have learned is that they really don't know what the hell they are talking about.
The interesting part he did say, though, is it's moving in the opposite direction of Earth orbiting the sun. That's what makes it interesting. Because usually, like, the gravitational pull is what pulls those things into the solar system. Right. So when it's moving the opposite direction, the curious part now is to see, like, in the future, if it starts to slow down or speed up. Like, if it would to slow down, that would be crazy.
I get wary of things like this just because of the vastness of space. Yeah. And a lot of the guessing things that they are doing. Like, you remember that big rock that they saw out in space recently that was flying around?
I forget the name of it, but yeah. But that supposedly slowed down and then sped up.
Now it's gone.
Yeah.
It's like, what are we doing here? Like, why
didn't we intercept that?
Yeah. But also, why even tell anybody about it? Right. Until it's in Earth's atmosphere.
Trying to keep people interested.
Yeah, maybe.
It got really close to Earth, right?
You guys are doing a terrible job. I think it did, yeah. I don't know. Let's play Jeremy Corbell. He has, I guess, something to say about this, and it's pretty interesting to listen to.
All indications, like all of them, is that lie is going to be that there is a craft slowly making its way to us here on Earth. And that is the lie they're going to want you to believe. It's nuanced, how they explain that, the nature of that threat. But that 100% is the lie you are going to be told. You even got a date. People have been whispering a date for a long time now. I know where that lie comes from. I know specifically what document from the 70s initiated the idea of that lie. A classified document. That is the lie you will be told. You're going to be told that there is a craft on its way to Earth. That's the lie. Maybe I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I sent you 2 texts today with a year. Not from me. Nope. I'm not going to propagate that lie.
2027.
Not going to be part of it. Not going to say it to the camera. Everybody knows. Just start paying attention. And they'll change the date, especially if they see this. Things will change. Because maybe I'm trustworthy. Maybe I'm worthy of your trust. Maybe I've told you the truth the whole way through it. Now you can verify it. If that's the case, then I'm fucking dangerous. You've been told the truth about UFOs for a long time now. It's been pretty orchestrated. It's been pretty clear. And it's using people that are telling the truth and want to tell the truth. Ultimately, they want you to know something. They want you to know UFOs are real. Thank God we're finally there. We're all there now. They want you to know the truth. But why they want you to know that truth now? I hope I'm wrong, but it's terrifying. Think about it. Maybe it's good to get ahead of it. Call it out now before they do it. I'll be called crazy. That's okay.
Wow.
Right?
What does that guy know, man?
Well, he gets all kinds of info. He talks. I mean, he's a cool dude, I think. Like, he seems legit. He's not like, he's got enough craziness to him that he's going to like do things you want him to do, you know?
Yeah.
But he's still like sane, I think.
Yeah.
He's not like a off the wall, off his rocker kind of person.
No, he seems like a sane individual. The one thing I love about the UFO topic and stuff like this is that it does have the potential to be real. It's one of those, you know, like we have myths, we have legends and all this stuff. There's something about when you get into UFO stuff, there's something that you just never can say, nope, it's all fake. And you never can say it's real. It's just this thing that's in the middle of everything and we just don't know. But if it's real, it is so wildly insane and to me cool.
But the thing is, to some people, it is real because they've supposedly seen stuff, right? They come forward.
Oh, yeah.
And to them, it's 100% real.
Yeah. And that's awesome.
Yeah.
It's just the wait for all of us. Everybody says it in every UFO video we ever watch, this grainy footage. Dr. Stephen Greer, who keeps coming out with, I watch Stephen Greer videos and he's always, it seems like every new video of his, he's like, there's going to be a new whistleblower coming out in July. There's a new whistleblower coming out. And I'm like, where's the whistleblower, bro? Where's the footage? Where's this? Where's that? I don't see it. Maybe I have to go to the dark web.
Well, maybe he's ruining it, though, by just saying stuff like that. If there is someone coming, maybe you shouldn't say that.
Right.
Because now everybody knows.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to ruin it.
I know.
Right?
Yeah. It's giving everyone alien fatigue. Like, we're tired.
Just
hearing
do it
it.
already.
Right. It's like when well, I'm not going to use that analogy, but yeah, we just want to see something, you know? And
We want the answers.
I want footage. I want to see it with my own eyes. I want to see something floating over the
I want
city.
footage. I want to see it myself.
Right. That's really the only way I'm going to believe any of this
Because I've watched
nonsense.
movies and that stuff looks real as hell.
Yeah, I watched videos today. Someone was showing me videos today of babies now. They're doing these AI videos where babies are getting interviewed and talking. Brand new babies in the hospital. Put a mic up to his face and he starts talking. I cannot really tell that that's a fake baby. Like, that's where we're at with the internet now.
Right.
And these people, these professors, you know, granted, I'm sure they're extremely intelligent people. I'm sure they're viewing something that's out in space. But it's also like for you to bring us a video and say, oh, this object is light years away from Earth and we're viewing it and this and that. It doesn't connect to me.
But to them, it's an anomaly. Like, it's doing things it's not supposed to.
Right.
That's why they're saying
But
stuff,
also,
right?
we're talking about space, right? You're telling us space is this void that's greater than anything else we could ever imagine. And you're zooming in on one little thing that's floating around out there and making weird movements. And we're, you know, it's like just this, it's a little bit, it's like, come on.
How'd you find it?
Yeah, it's out in space. I'm sure there's things floating around out there, okay?
You're just like,
where's the alien? Show it to me. It's great. I love when things like this come up because I get this rush of adrenaline. Like, oh, we're gonna see something in what did they say? October, August, whatever it was.
yeah.
We're gonna see something, but then it's like it just fizzles out. These things have a way of fizzling out. You know, the best Betty and Barney Hill. There's a documentary on Netflix, I think, of the Betty and Barney Hill story because they were allegedly abducted by aliens. And that's like one of the greatest UFO alien abduction stories. And I haven't watched that documentary yet. I've been saving it for when I have like a decent day off to watch it. But stuff like that, that's more or less what I'm interested in, as opposed to we see weird light patterns and a weird rock floating around in space. You know, I know you guys probably thought, oh, you guys have some incredible footage of UFO stuff, but this is the reality of UFO. I love UFOs stuff more than anything, right? But this is our reality right now. They're not giving us anything.
Yeah, it's getting to the point of the boy who cried wolf, right?
Kind of. We were there probably decades ago.
Yeah,
the boy who cried wolf.
For me, now it's getting to there.
I know. Like,
I had anticipation for a long time, and
show me some good footage.
But I try to keep a uplift on it. Like when I see stuff, I'm like, yes, finally.
Here we go.
Yeah. So,
but yeah, I hope something happens. I hope this thing slingshots around Earth, and we get some great footage of it or something.
It drops down.
Right.
Well, maybe we don't want to know. Maybe we don't.
No, we've seen the movies. Yeah, could be bad.
The only thing is, yeah, the government does know, and we can't. Maybe the information they can give us, we can't handle.
Right. I can handle it.
But they probably think majority of the world could not handle.
I think
what the real truth is. Right?
Yeah, I think they're more or less just hogging the info because they think they can like the Bob Lazar story, and he's got another documentary coming out too, I believe on YouTube. That's going to be dope. I think they recreated real life like size the UFO that he said he worked on at Area 51.
They're gonna fly it.
No, they just made a model of it, like a really scaled up, just true to his description model. And I think, I can't wait. I don't know when exactly that documentary is coming out, but they've been doing like pre-videos for it, interviewing him and stuff, trying to hype it up, so hopefully it comes out soon and we can watch that. But yeah, man, it's just, I wanted to hit the like button, please, and the subscribe button. Let us know in the comments what you think about this alien stuff. And also, I was going to mention, if you guys have any incredible UFO footage that we are not talking about on the show that maybe you've seen,
or even stories,
or you have an abduction story, please email it to the btgteam@gmail.com. And I would love to read that stuff, be credible, hopefully like you're not making up stories or something, but if you have something legitimate, please email those stories to us. We would love to do. I love covering UFO stuff. It's just the material they've been giving us lately, and the reason we haven't been doing a lot of these UFO videos is just because I feel like I'm getting suckered a little bit sometimes. It's like, show me more, do better. You're showing me little light dots in the blurriness of space, light years from Earth. You're telling me it's a UFO. What can I say?
Because even Corbell, though, says stuff like, I know this stuff, but I can't tell you.
Right.
It's like, dude,
just quit. Yeah, just quit talking about it then. You can't tell us anything anyway. Everything has to be done in a skiff in Congress. Even when they're doing these UFO disclosure things, it's like, all right, now let's get down to the good stuff. Yeah, they ask him a question. He's like, I can't talk about it.
Behind closed doors.
In a skiff. I'm like, well, screw you, man. I don't want to hear this anymore. A skiff? Just tell us. Like, what do you think I'm going to do?
How many people are actually even watching that anyways?
Right. UFO nuts.
Only the people that want to know.
It's infuriating.
Yes.
We'll see. Time will tell what happens with this latest UFO spaceship that's flying towards Earth. I hate to sound all, down about it, but I love UFO. I love alien movies. I love watching UFO videos, even though it could be a Mylar balloon. I get it, right? Or whatever. I love that stuff. So I hope nobody takes this as, I'm just calling it all fake. I just want to see more legitimate evidence that I can look at and say, that looks real, bro, and that looks cool. And, I want to see that.
The nice thing about it is that we saw this now, so we can actually almost follow it.
Yeah.
If something does become of it,
We'll do some update videos. We'll keep an eye on this and do an update video.
What's cooler than that?
Well, keep it simple, stupid.